You know that uncomfortable, nagging feeling? For a lot of us, it's an all too familiar one. Today we call it a urinary tract infection, or a UTI. It feels like a totally modern problem that we treat with modern medicine. But what if the answers were hiding in a library of knowledge that's thousands of years old? Well, that's what we're going to do. Explore how ancient Ayurvedic wisdom tackled this very same issue. It's a really interesting question, right? I mean, if you strip away all the modern medical terms, the actual symptoms, the pain, the difficulty, that discomfort, those are universal human experiences. So how did a system of medicine from centuries ago even begin to think about this problem? And more importantly, how did they treat it? To find the answers, we have to turn to Ayurveda. You know, the name literally means the science of life, and it's one of the world's oldest holistic or whole-body healing systems. Our journey really starts right here, with ancient texts like the Charaka Samhita, which lay out this incredibly sophisticated understanding of health, disease, and the human body. Okay, so before we can even get into the treatments, we have to get our heads around the core philosophy. In Ayurveda, health isn't just about not being sick. Nope. It's all about achieving and, just as importantly, maintaining a very delicate, dynamic balance inside your body. So it follows that disease is basically seen as a loss of that balance. So what is it that's supposed to be in balance? Well, the answer lies in this amazing concept of the doshas. The best way to think of them is as these three fundamental energies that are basically running the whole show inside your body, everything from your breathing to how you digest your food. Let's break these down. First, you've got vata. It's all about movement, and its qualities are things like dry, light, and cold, kind of like the wind. Then there's pitta, which governs your metabolism and digestion. So naturally, it's hot, sharp, and oily. Think of it as your inner fire. And finally, there's kapha, which provides structure. It's heavy, slow, and cool, like the earth and water that make up clay. Now, every single one of us has a unique mix of these three, and when they're all playing nicely together, we feel great. But when one gets out of whack, that's when problems start. All right, so how does this whole idea of balance apply specifically to something like a UTI? So, of course, the ancient texts don't use the term UTI. Instead, they described conditions based on what was actually happening, the symptoms. And the term they used for painful or difficult urination was Mutrakricchra. This is so important because it shows they were describing the exact same physical experience we do, just through a completely different lens. And here is the absolute key. From an Ayurvedic perspective, Mutrakricchra isn't just some random infection that's stuck in the bladder. Not at all. It's seen as a clear signal that one or more of the doshas, vata, pitta, or kapha, has gotten out of balance and is now disrupting how the urinary system is supposed to work. The problem is seen as systemic, not just local. So if the problem is a deep imbalance, how on earth do you restore it? Well, the Ayurvedic answer often starts with the incredible pharmacy that's found all around us, in the natural world. Our source texts are just packed with references to specific plants used for urinary problems. Now, some of these might sound a little unfamiliar, like Gokshura and Pumia malaki, but others might actually surprise you. We're talking about karkodati, which is a type of cucumber, ela, or cardamom, and even a spice you probably have in your kitchen right now, turmeric, which was known as haridra. To really understand how this all works, let's just zoom in on one of these herbal allies for a second. Gokshura is mentioned over and over again as a major remedy for urinary issues. This is a direct quote from the source texts. It's so direct, so clear. Gokshuru Mutrakricchra. It is a powerful, straight-to-the-point statement. This plant helps with painful urination. See, this wasn't just folklore or some kind of guesswork. This was a specific, almost clinical prescription that was based on generations of really careful observation. But here's the thing you always have to remember with Ayurveda. It's truly holistic. It is never just about taking an herb or a pill. Restoring that deep balance involves every single aspect of your life. And that absolutely starts with what you put on your plate. The Ayurveda Sara Sangraha gives these incredibly detailed dietary roadmaps. On one side, you have pathya. Those are the beneficial foods, the good guys. Things like aged rice and a light moong dal soup are seen as soothing and easy on the system. Then on the other side, you have apathya, the foods you're supposed to avoid. This list includes things like yogurt, which is considered heavy, and certain dals that are thought to be harder to digest and might actually make the imbalance worse. In this system, food isn't just fuel, it's a powerful form of medicine. So, after looking at the diagnosis, the herbal remedies, and the diet, what's the big picture here? What does this ancient system really leave us with today?
I think this is the crucial takeaway, the one thing to really let sink in. It's this profound shift in perspective. Health isn't some static state you finally arrive at. It's a constant, dynamic dance of balance between your body, your mind, the food you eat, and the world you live in. So a problem like a UTI, well, it's a message, a little signal that something in that dance is out of step.
And this really leaves us with a final question to chew on. In our age of specialized medicine, which so often focuses just on the symptom, what can we learn from this ancient holistic view? Does looking at the whole person, and not just the specific ailment, offer us a more complete, a more durable path to wellness? It's definitely something to think about.